Spooky season is officially here now that October is coming around. To match with the spooky Halloween vibes, I decided to go with an eerie but elegant theme for my bullet journal. I brought together gold and black lace PET tapes, gold ornate frames, and Victorian-style details to create this antique and moody aesthetic. In the end, I'm so happy with how it turned out, and I think it's my most favorite setup of the year so far. Hello everyone, my name is Norvia and welcome back to my channel. Opening up my bullet journal, the first 2 pages I'll start working on is my quote and cover pages. For the quote for this month, I decided to go with "There is no exquisite beauty without some strangeness" by Edgar Allan Poe. I've said this in previous videos, but I always like my quotes to somehow fit in with the theme. I thought this quote was perfect for this month since my theme mixes lots of beautiful, delicate things like lace, along with some more strange things like skulls and poisons. As for the main font, I decided to go with a very bouncy calligraphy style that will be used throughout the entire theme. I used 2 different Tombow Fuda notecases for this style. The soft tip was used for the quote and the hard tip was used for the attribution. Moving on, the first decorative element I'll use is this ornate gold frame sticker. I originally got these stickers from Journal Say and wanted to use them in my reading journal, but they turned out to be a little bit too big. I thought now would be a perfect time to finally use them since it would be a good way to anchor down my title for the cover page. After that, I'll get out my black lace PET tape, cut it in half, and then place 1/2 on the bottom of the page and 1/2 on the top. To ensure that my pages will still lay flat after adding the washi tape, I'll get out my little scraper tool and press it into the center binding, then continue to lay the washi tape down. I'll also get out my X-Acto knife and do a small cut to relieve any additional pressure. I will warn you about both of the lace tapes that I use in this video. They're very sticky and grab the page as soon as you put them down. Therefore, it makes it very hard to reposition, and as you can see, when I try to peel up the tape, it rips up the page underneath. However, this mistake is not unfixable. I'll simply cut off the portion of tape that has the ripped up paper and then add a new piece where the old one should have went. As I move on to start lettering my October title, my cat Nacho has decided to visit me. He'll sit on the desk for a little while before moving on to my lap. As this is happening, I'll start decorating both pages with stickers to build up layers and make mini collages. By the way, if any of my stationery or materials catch your eye, I'll have links to everything in the description. Also, if you like the look of my journaling style and haven't done so already, please be sure to give this video a like and to subscribe to my channel. Flipping the page, I'll move on to my calendar spread, and here I'll introduce 2 new elements. Firstly, in the bottom left-hand corner, I'll glue down a piece of scrapbook paper that is kind of the opposite of the lace tape I've been using so far. The tape is a black lace on a white background, and this paper has a black background with a white lace on top. I'll also introduce this big black and white sticker with gold gilding. Next, I'll start outlining my calendar boxes. Usually when I'm setting up my themes, I always like to go in and do the functional parts first and then decoration, but I noticed that in this setup, there's quite a few times where I actually do the opposite, and that's a little bit unusual for me. To add a little bit of contrast to the calendar, I'm going to color in the title boxes black, so then over top, I'll be able to write in the titles with a white gel pen. Adding black to the top of the calendar will help balance out the page and make sure it's not too bottom heavy. Then I'll number in all of my calendar boxes with my hard tip Fudenosuke. Next, I'll begin filling in the rest of the page by adding some decoration and then filling in my titles. The main colors that I stick to in this setup are black, white, and gold, but a few of my stickers also have some other colors, such as creams, dark purples, and pinks. While I would prefer to stick to my 3 main colors, these secondary colors only show up very occasionally, so I'm okay that they're included. You'll see I do make a small mistake when I'm lettering Wednesday, and I thought I fixed it by using my Fudenosuke to black it out and then going back over it with the white gel pen, but I've actually just noticed while doing the voiceover that Wednesday still ended up being spelled wrong. However, I think I'm just going to leave the mistake as it is since it doesn't stick out too much and fixing it might cause more problems. On the next pages, I'll start working on my gratitude log and mood and habit trackers. The first thing I'll do is write the numbers 1 through 31 down the left sides of both pages. The numbers are all that's needed for the functional part of the gratitude log for now, since the rest will be filled in at the end of each day of the month. As for the decoration on this page, I'll introduce the final 2 elements of this theme. First, I'll spell out the words gratitude log with these gold gilded letter stickers. Then beneath that, I'll lay down this gold lace tape to divide the title from the rest of the page. These last 2 elements match really well with the other materials that I've used so far and add just a touch more gold to the theme. Finally, I'll add just a few more stickers to fill out the rest of the space. Moving on to the right page, I'll draw a line in the center to divide what will be my mood and habit trackers. Depending on the month, sometimes I'll do these trackers separately and sometimes I'll combine them. This month I chose to combine them for a couple reasons, so the left side of the page will be my mood tracker and the right side will be my habit tracker. At the top of the page, I'll write 6 different icons for both the mood and habit trackers. For the mood tracker, I have an icon to represent whether I felt happy, productive, average, sad, tired, or angry that day. For the habit tracker, I have icons to track whether I read my Bible, read a book, brushed my teeth twice per day, took my vitamins, didn't spend any money, and if I ate healthy. Finally, I'll do the same as the previous page by adding the gold gilded title and a few other stickers. Moving to the next page, I'll start drawing the outlines for my meal tracker. This layout is very similar to my calendar spread, but instead of the days going from left to right, on this page they go from top to bottom. I'll draw 31 different boxes, each 8 spaces across and 4 spaces down. This gives me a place to write what I ate for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack for each day. After completing the outline, I'll use the gold lace tape again on the right side of the page to take up that big empty space. I'll also use some of the scrapbook paper plus some of the big gilded stickers to create an impact in the top left corner. At this point in the setup, I don't want to introduce any new elements into it. Instead, I'll keep reusing previous elements that I've used on other pages so that they're all together and the theme will seem cohesive. Additionally, I'll keep placing stickers on top of one another so that they build up and interact with each other. I'll use the gold letter stickers to do another title before I start numbering each of the boxes. With the completion of my meal tracker, we've finished working on all of the monthly pages for this month, so now I'll move on to the weeklies. I'm going to have 5 weeklies in this setup since both the beginning week and the end week of October have most of the days fall into October rather than end up in September or November. For this first weekly, I'm going to draw 8 horizontal boxes focused towards the center of this page. 7 of the boxes will be for the days of the week, and the final 8th box will be for any notes that I have. For the titles of each day of the week, I'll use either these cream or black letter stickers. These letters came in the Dead Regency sticker book that I've been using, so they already fit in and match with a lot of the other materials I've already been using. Then to number each day of the week, I have these numbered bottle stickers that say things like concoction, potion, and elixir. I only have 31 of these stickers, so I'll need to come up with a different solution for the days that fall into different months. For my solution, I'll find stickers that are very similar to the shape and size of the other bottle stickers. Then, I'll write the numbers with my Tombow Fudonosuke below them. Then I'll move on to decoration. For the left side of the page, I'll use the black lace tape as the base, then layer stickers over top. I'll do the same for the right side of the page, this time contrasting the black lace with the white lace scrapbook paper. Flipping the page, I'll start working on my second weekly. For this one, I'll draw 8 square boxes radiating in a circle around the page. The middle as well as the 4 corners will be open for decoration this time. After outlining the boxes, I'll start decorating the center of the page. You might not notice it, but when I go to cut and peel away the excess gold lace tape, it does rip the page a little bit. Just like when it happened before, this is okay since I'm going to place another sticker over top of the torn part of the page. Just like before, I want the page to lay flat, so this time I cut my sticker in half beforehand and then place each half separately, aligning them as I go. Then, just like before, I want to title and number each box. To switch things up a little bit, and to bring back in the calligraphy that I use in my quote, I'll hand letter all of these titles. Finally, I'll add a few more stickers to the corners and the edges of the page to finish off the decoration. For the third weekly, I'll again draw 8 square boxes, but this time the boxes will be focused towards the top and bottom of the page, leaving the middle open horizontally for decoration. As for the titles on these boxes, I've again gone back to the black and cream letter stickers, that way things will look consistent throughout all of the weeklies. For this page's decoration, I've started out by laying out my gold lace washi tape across both pages. Then I'll build up dimension by placing other stickers over top of the lace. For the fourth weekly, I switched things up a little bit by drawing 7 long vertical boxes. I decided to leave the 8th box for notes out since it would leave me with little room for decoration, plus these boxes are so big that if I have any notes, I can write them in the daily boxes. And to keep things consistent, I'll go back to handwriting the daily titles. For the decoration of this page, I'll start it off by putting the black lace tape on the left edge, then continuing to place other stickers all around the page. One small decorating tip that I have for you is don't be afraid to layer your stickers slightly into your planning space. This makes it so the decorative and the functional elements interact and look like they go together. For the fifth and final weekly, I'll divide each of these pages in half vertically and then each page into thirds horizontally. This divides each page into 6 boxes, giving me 12 boxes total. 8 of the boxes will be for daily planning and notes, and 4 of the boxes will be left for decoration. I really like this layout and think it's really functional. For these titles, I've gone back to using my gold gilded letter stickers. I'll use up all of my bottle stickers, so for Saturday the 1st, I'll again have to recreate this style by first placing a sticker and then handwriting the letter below. For the decoration on this page, I want to round things out by including the white lace scrapbook paper and also one more gold ornate frame sticker that was featured on the cover page. I wanted to use a different variant of this frame sticker, but unfortunately when I reached into the packet, I grabbed the exact same one that I had used before. However, I think it ended up okay since they're divided by so many pages and you have to look really hard to notice that they're the same. Also, as you may have noticed, I have completely run out of pages in this bullet journal. I was able to ration off the pages correctly to fit this entire theme in, but unfortunately November and December will have to go into a separate bullet journal. I've decided not to switch all of my yearly pages into the new journal since only 2 months are going to go into it. You'll be able to see my November and December setups in the new journal, but then I'll move into another new journal for 2026. With those last few touches, it's time for the final flip through to see all of the pages I've created during this setup. Like I said at the very beginning of this video, I'm so happy with how this theme turned out, and it's definitely my favorite of all the themes I've set up this year so far. Thank you for watching all the way until the end of this video. Please leave a comment down below telling me what was your favorite theme to set up this year. Please be sure to join me next month to see my November setup in my brand new bullet journal. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.